How's it going, everybody? My name is Sai, and today we're going to talk about the new Tallah EP, Talladdin. Talladdin is exactly what it sounds like in the tin. It's an EP based off of Aladdin covers. Now, it is currently only released on Patreon. I have no idea if they're ever going to release it to the public, so for that reason, this review is not going to have any aside clips with the music playing. Maybe for a workaround around it, actually, since I do want to get some of my reaction in there, maybe I will do some Aladdin clips, you know, some festive clips from actual Aladdin. Let's give it a try.
Whatever, what will your pleasure be?
Yeah, I forgot about that. If you want to listen to the clips, it's on Patreon. It's only $10 to get into the tier, and the music is up there permanently, so you can download it and all that good shit and enjoy it. So, almost no reason to do it, not to do that. You gotta sim for that shit. Onward to the music. The music's awesome. It is seriously, Tallah does Aladdin in every way you could imagine. It is fucking ballistic from song to song. There is not a second you get to calm down, which is great. It is just a non-stop fucking breakdown festival. When they streamed it live on their little YouTube channel when Patreon was, when the Patreon links went out, fucking, it was so brutal and fast that like I felt like I blinked and it was over. It was over way too quickly. Starting off with the first track, obviously Arabian Nights, which utilizes some really intense fucking high vocals from Justin. He does a lot more singing on here than he does in a lot of Tallah songs, which I think works out well because it really lets him ham it up and use his fucking crazy gremlin on crack voice every now and then, which kind of harkens back to scenes in the movie where like children are saying something, or in cases where Genie will be impersonating somebody with, you know, that Robin Williams wackiness. That's all intact in the vibe here. I feel like more than actually the remake managed to capture the spirit. Whoopsie daisy, sorry not sorry. So yeah, there's that going on for it. But that does not mean he do not get nasty. And do he get nasty? He get fucking nasty. He gets the intense gutturals that fucking shake the foundations off of the walls. He gets brutal fucking high-pitched screams. I'm pretty sure, despite what he usually kind of flaunts, I'm pretty sure I heard a Fry scream in there somewhere. That went off really well too. I feel like he's been showcasing just mixing it up with Fries every now and then, because I feel like he did that in one of his live videos recently too. So yeah, it's been really cool listening to all the experimentation, and the experimentation doesn't stop there. One Jump Ahead, which is one of my favorite cuts off of this thing, is merciless, fast as fuck, utilizes very interesting guitar work that kind of replicates that Arabian vibe, which mixes in well and actually kind of reminds me of some tracks off of Hungry Lights, which is funny. I'm pretty sure I've actually made that comment on the Hungry Lights album. Hey, this sounds like not like Arabic sound. Interesting. I will never know how to say Arabic, I swear to God. I have corrected myself 4 fucking times when I've reshot this video. I can't bring myself to say it right on the first try. Sorry about that, no offense meant. We've got them going at full cylinder. The beginning of Prince Ali has some really interesting sample work that made me think I was in for something other than a shredding festival, but of course it's a shredding festival. It's Tallah, it goes fucking hard. And A Whole New World is probably the biggest surprise here, because all the songs have been merciless, and I'm like, okay, how are they going to do the ballad? And I gotta tell you, no matter what direction you thought they were going to take with A Whole New World, you were wrong. There's no way you're guessing what they do with The Whole New World. It is unlike anything I've ever heard Tallah do. It is unlike the original. It's not soft. It's not over the top heavy. It's like a weird mix of certain elements that you really just gotta hear to believe, honestly. And about hearing it, I think it's pretty satisfying overall, though. I think as a body of Tallah music, not even just as like the April Fool's joke gimmick, it is definitely worth the listen. Like I said, I was tearing the room the fuck apart at some points there. every band member is showcased to their maximum potential. It's fucking awesome to hear. It's awesome to hear all the sample work. The drum work is on fire. The bass rhythms get fucking chunky, and I love it. I can't remember exactly which track right off the top of my head, but there is a track that showcases just this thickest, fucking chunkiest bass line. It's so good. The breakdowns, like I said, again, they slow it down. They tear the stage in half. I would love to see these live, but unfortunately they did say that they're not likely to play them live unless they're headlining or something like that, which totally understand, you got limited time. But this is a really, really fun little project that they put together, and I really enjoyed all the different experiments they took with it, as well as this faithfulness to the source material, despite being obviously, brutally heavy and not one-to-one with the source material. I feel like it wasn't like disrespectful. I feel like they really took advantage of all the different flourishes in the songwriting of the originals and put their own spin on it, which is a really cool balance that a lot of people need to strike more often when they're doing covers, because too often covers will veer into the turf of being too much like the original or being flagrantly nothing like the original. And I feel like Tallah nails that combination perfectly. It's distinctly Tallah, but it is also distinctly the music you know and love, and that's fucking brilliant. So yeah, this is a bit of a short EP, so I don't really have a whole lot more to say on it, but I did want to get some thoughts out. I will say that very impressed with what I heard. Really awesome. I'm going to be enjoying rocking out to it, and there's no reason why you shouldn't either. So it will be on Patreon. Like I said, the tier is $10 to get into it, and you can keep the tracks. Great stuff. No excuse not to go at least give it a try, especially if you're a fan of the band and you support what they do. I always shill at the end of these videos, hey, you should go buy their merch and buy their music, and this is just a perfect example of, again, go do that. Personally, it's made me excited to see whatever Tallah comes up with next, and hopefully it continues some of these more experimental elements, even though obviously it's not going to take quite a wacky, over-the-top fun vibe, because that was kind of the point of this, was to be a little bit wacky and fun. But I would like to see some of these experimentations roll in, because I think some of them were a huge success, like the different tweaks of the vocal dynamics, and maybe the added influence of some electronics bits, and just the chunkiness of some of this shit is just, it's chef kiss. It's delicious. And yeah, that's gonna be it from me, guys. If you enjoyed it, please let me know down below if you listened to it. If not, go fucking listen to it. I don't know if they're ever gonna release it on Spotify or anything like that. No idea. Hopefully they do sometime down the line, but until then, just grab it on Patreon, all that good shit, and let me know what you think. As for me, you can hop in Discord. That is where all my community is really centered. That's where I post most of my previews. I post little behind the scenes peeks down there, as well as we have just an overall great community building. Lots of great memes and other music being debated and talked about in there, as well as several people who make their own music and share it with the community in there. I always fuck up my plugs, I swear to God. So yeah, be sure to hop in there. I also got my Twitch streams where you can bring in music for me to react to, and you'll see the reactions pop up here from time to time if they are the litness. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and take care.